guest's own athletic career failed to take him to the Olympic podiums, he became the agent for those who could. And even though stepping into the spotlight with his sports clients and later music artists was amazing, his dream of being an author lingered. But today, that dream's a reality as his suspense thriller, The Money Island, is in print. Welcome North Texas author Troy. I love this.
Well, thank you.
I was reading about your story in the book. Tell me about The Money Island.
Well, basically, it's an idea I had about 19 years ago, when the internet first came out. And I told a girlfriend at the time about it, and she dumped me because it was such a crazy idea.
Okay.
And so then a friend in the movie business really encouraged me a few years ago to follow through with it. Mm-hmm. And 4 years ago, my wife went away to Los Angeles for Disneyland and all that with our son. And I had 3 weeks by myself, so I sat down, hammered it out.
Okay, so you wrote an entire book in 3 weeks. You just sat there and it was done? I
had no one to answer to. It was 24 hours. I was batching again.
And I bet you got to the point where you're writing and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, I can't stop now. I'm on a roll, right?
Oh, no, I was still going. I was hammering away.
Oh, wow. So tell us a little bit about the story in this book.
Well, basically, it's set here in Dallas.
Okay.
It's around 4 guys from Highland Park. They're fresh out of college, been out a couple of years, and really don't have any direction in life, but their parents are a little upset with them for not moving on and getting careers or getting their master's degrees. And so one of them hatches this idea to come up with a lottery, but that's illegal.
Yeah.
So can they do it? Okay. So they find a place in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's where the island is.
Ooh, so it sounds like there's going to be some intrigue, bad people, all that good stuff.
And then always authority wants to know who you are.
Oh, of course.
In fact, when I called a friend with the IRS, he was a Bush appointee back, and I'm explaining, I'm trying to do due diligence and research. He kept asking me, "You're not trying to do this, are you?"
He's like, "You're not trying to break the law, right? I'm not aiding and abetting a lawbreaker, am I?" No. I love it. So you did take the time to really research so it can be authentic in trying to create the experience in this book, right?
Oh, exactly. You know, I had to send him the first 50 pages to convince him I'm not really trying to do this. So.
I love it. And of course, it's a story that's obviously taken off. It's available at all the major retailers where you find your books, but you're also getting some talk about possibly Hollywood?
Possibly. Actually, as we're speaking right now, they're in talks, possibly about getting a major motion picture deal. I'm a little excited about that.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. So, and this is your first book, right?
This is my first book.
Will there be more?
Oh, yes. In fact, not to give too much away, but I'm getting questions, when's the sequel going to come out?
I love it. Okay, well, tell me why Troy. Why do you go just by Troy?
You know, it's funny. My last name's a very common name. And you go into Google and you get 10 million hits with that, if you go The Money Island, Troy, and my last name.
Sure.
If you just go The Money Island, Troy, it takes you straight to the book.
Nice.
And we're all about branding right now.
Of course. And it's so important to getting your story out there.
Plus, when I first moved to Dallas, I joked that I wanted to be the most popular Troy in Dallas in a few years, and I had that weatherman to get past.
Right. You know. And then last name starts with an A.
Then they got that quarterback, too, and it knocked me down further. And so now I thought, if I can just claim Troy.
I love it.
In fact, about 6 weeks ago, I was trending with Brad Pitt on Troy when the book came out.
Nice.
Troy the movie, Troy the author on Yahoo. It was really cool. A reader from California sent me a note that said, "Hey, you're trending with Brad Pitt." And I thought, cool.
That's very awesome. And of course, you do have a history working with Olympic athletes. Mm-hmm. Does that experience find its way into your books, into your writing?
It does. It has a few references in there. Mm-hmm. Some European. In fact, there was a European meat promoter. I actually used his name as a Swiss banker. And I called him to kind of say, "Hey, this book's coming out. I need to let you know I did this. Do you mind?" And he goes, "Actually, I do. There was just a report came out in the Belgian papers this week about Belgians hiding their money in Swiss banks. The timing's bad." So I said, with a click of a mouse, I can change it.
Well, listen, when you write that book, that bestseller about that show, the broadcast in Texas, you can use our names. I'm giving you permission.
Super.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, the name of Troy's book, it's right here, The Money Island. It was a $1 billion idea. Again, you can get it where you get all of your books, Amazon, your website, Facebook. Just look for Troy, you'll find him. More of the broadcast when we come back.